Hello everybody, Marcos Villegas here in Irvine, California, being joined with the lightweight champion of Bellator, Mr. Mike Chandler, who goes up and makes his debut on Spike here on Thursday against Rick Hawn. And Mike, 2012 is now past us, and a lot of people are talking about new goals, new things they want to do for 2013. How satisfied were you with your 2012, and what do you want to do differently this year?
That's the beauty of rolling over into a new year. You don't have to think about what happened in 2012 necessarily. But 2012 was great. Every year is great. Every opportunity that I'm able to stay in here on two legs and go out here and perform and train every day and do what I love is a great year, great day.
Bellator fans last saw you against Akihiro Gono. I know since that time, it's been a long while. You only fought once in 2012. You not being as active as you would like to be, was that a little bit frustrating on you? Did it play on you mentally?
Never. I can't sit here and say didn't think about it and wish I would have fought more, but at the same time, I'm the kind of guy that I try to dwell on the positive. I try to dwell on what is good. That's why I'm just hoping 2013 is obviously more active. But I did take every opportunity I could to go out there and do as much as I possibly could. Training every single day, becoming a much better fighter than I was against Alvarez, against Gono. So I'm expecting myself to go out there and become, be the best fighter that I've ever been on Thursday night, and that's almost 100% certainty because I've surrounded myself with great people at Alliance Training Center. I got great coaches and great training partners. So that's a recipe for success right there, and just excited to get out there and start this year off with a bang and see how it goes.
Now talk to me a little bit about that. You moving from Vegas over to San Diego at Alliance. How has that transition been for you personally, and how's your family handle that as well? Moving from there to now over here, Southern California.
It's been so great, man. I don't make decisions unless I really feel led to, and unless I really feel comfortable, and I did feel comfortable. Making that move and making that transition. Xtreme Couture was great, man. My coaches, Gil Martinez, Neil Mellinson, all those training partners there that helped me, win the world title, helped me get to that win over Alvarez. And, I just felt in my heart that it was time to make a move. I did, and I haven't looked back since, man. It's been great.
Did it have anything to do also with the people leaving Xtreme Couture in the past, people like Gray and Mike Pyle, and people like that? Or was there something in particular that stuck out and be like, I'm not learning anymore, or I just had an inner urge to I got to get out because I'm not learning anymore?
Yeah, that's a tough question because I going through it, I don't really remember how it all went down. It wasn't that Xtreme Couture was inadequate. It's a phenomenal gym, phenomenal coaches, phenomenal training partners. It's Vegas, so it's nice weather. I enjoyed the really hot heat. But just the guys at Alliance, the coaches at Alliance, the team atmosphere at Alliance was so much like a college wrestling program, and so much unlike anything I've ever been around in the mixed martial arts industry that that was the move that I felt like I had to make.
From the guys there, and they have a lot of guys, Brandon Vera, Dominick, Cruz. What have you learned the most so far, and really what have they taken from what you brought in, and what have they fine-tuned in your game to make you more prepared for this fight coming up on Thursday?
I have that wrestling background, so I've helped a lot with the wrestling. Hopefully, have helped a lot with the wrestling. Hopefully, doing the wrestling practice and that, and I just think the wide variety of guys that we have. When you have Brandon Vera, who's been in the sport for so long, and Dominick Cruz, been in the sport for so long, and champion, and then guys like Phil Davis and those those a little bit older guys and been in the sport for a while. I feel like I've matured a lot as a mixed martial artist. I feel like there's different parts of my striking, different parts of my grappling, and all that kind of stuff, where when you surround yourself with those kind of people who don't really care much about anything besides working hard and getting better, you're bound to just get a ton better, and I feel like that's what I've done.
Looking at Rick Hawn, between both of you guys both bring speed, both bring power, both really well-rounded. What sets you apart, though, is, of course, what you mentioned, your wrestling, your core thing, and you've developed so much in your striking. But do you see his judo maybe nullifying that so that it's more of a stand-up fight?
I don't necessarily think so. I mean, I'm, you know, obviously he's coming in with a lot of confidence in his judo. I'm coming in with a lot of confidence in my wrestling. So he thinks he can take me down if he wants to and stop my takedowns, and I think I can take him down if I want to. So, you know, we're going to see. It's yet to be seen. You know, the good thing is I do think if I am forced to be, you know, in a stand-up battle, I'm very, very confident there. My hands have gotten a ton better even since, you know, my last fight and making this move to Alliance and that kind of stuff. So I think I'm better there on the feet. So that's where I would like to put on a great show there, and also mix in some takedowns and that kind of stuff, because honestly there's nothing I like better in this sport than taking somebody down and beating them up on top.
Closing out this interview, Mike, one final question. You know, does it really matter to you what happens with the whole Eddie Alvarez situation?
Absolutely not. That's all I got to say about that.
You're smirking there, and I know you've been asked this a lot, and you know a lot of fans have asked to ask you this question as well. You know, so if he parts ways, there's not a part of you that would maybe someday down the line hope to put on that type of show again for fans?
Absolutely not. No. I don't care. I'm focused on Rick Hawn in 48 hours, and we can talk about all that stuff later.
All right. Well, hey, we can't wait for your fight this Thursday, debuting on Spike TV here with the Bellator lightweight champion, Mr. Mike Chandler. I'm Marcos Villegas, thanking you for tuning in.